Welcome to Tower News Network, the official news broadcast of Villa de Chêne.
Alright, welcome to Tower News Network. I'm going to be your host, Gabby Menendez, and I have a great show lined up for you today, so stay tuned. Alright, first off, I'm here with Deisha, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about Catholic Schools Week. How are you, Deisha?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So what do you have for us today?
Okay, so National Catholic Schools Week is the annual celebration of Catholic education in the United States. Catholic Schools Week began in 1974. It starts the last Sunday in January and runs all week. So it's January 26th to February 1st. Schools typically observe National Catholic Schools Week with masses, open house, and other activities for students, families, and community members. Through these events, schools focus on the value of Catholic education that it provides to young people and its contributions to our church, our communities, and our nation.
Alright, well that sounds pretty cool. So obviously Villa is definitely involved in this. So how have they been?
So here at Villa, we started off with a big bang. The first day we had Year 1818 theme, which is where students dress in pilgrim attire and the Amish theme. Mm-hmm. The second day we had Mass, and it was dedicated to St. Thomas Aquinas.
Okay.
And Wednesday, the moms of seniors had a dodgeball game, and so really good game.
We won that, by the way.
While that same day, the theme was 70s themes, where many students dressed like hippies.
Oh, okay.
So Thursday, the theme was fun in the sun, even though it was 5 degrees outside.
Of course.
many students still pulled this look off. Lastly, on Friday, the theme was Xenon, a futuristic style attire.
But then obviously the seniors come in and say, I think we're going to go goth today. So, I can tell that Villa is definitely getting into this. So, thank you for coming on the show, though.
Thank you.
Alright, now I'm here with Jaisha, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about Villa sports. So what's going on in the Villa world, Jaisha?
Actually, our teams have been getting off to a rocky start, but we're working back at it. We're working hard, swimming and diving. They're swimming their butts off in the pool. Basketball's hitting them baskets,
Perfect.
Actually, this past week, swimming and diving won their meet against Narental, and basketball won their games against John Burroughs.
That's perfect. So I hear for swimming, people can qualify for state as individuals. How's that looking?
Looking really good. We have a few swimmers who have qualified, and as the season goes on, they can keep qualifying.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks.
All right, our next segment is with Erica Gotway and MJ Waddles. How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How are you? And they'll be talking to us about the Olympics.
This year, from February 6th to the 23rd in Sochi, Russia, the world will celebrate the 22nd Winter Olympics. 90 nations have qualified at least one athlete, and 7 nations, Dominica, Malta, Paraguay, Timor-Leste, Tonga, and Zimbabwe, are all expected to make their Winter Olympics debut. 98 events, over 15 disciplines in 7 sports, will be included in the 2014 Winter Olympics. The 3 skating sports are figure skating, speed skating, short track speed skating, and the 6 skiing sports are alpine, cross-country skiing, freestyle, Nordic combined, ski jumping, and snowboarding. And the 2 bobsleigh sports are bobsleigh and skeleton. The other 4 sports are biathlon, curling, ice hockey, and luge. A total of 12 new events will be contested to make it the largest Winter Olympics to date. Additionally, this year's Olympic Games will also be the most expensive Olympics. The estimated cost of the 2014 Winter Olympics has topped $51 billion, which is over 4 times the initial budget of $12 billion and significantly higher than the $8 billion spent for the 2010 Winter Olympics in Vancouver. With all the time, effort, and money spent, this year's Winter Olympics should prove to be the most entertaining program on TV this February. Thank you.
Well, I've been hearing there's a little bit of controversy going on in Russia. What's up with that?
Yes, there's a lot of things going on in Russia concerning their new laws. The 2014 Winter Olympics are being held in Russia, and international leaders are concerned with Russia's new laws concerning anti-gay rights. Leaders at the U.S. Olympic Committee are in discussions with the International Olympic Committee and the U.S. State Department to ensure the safety of the athletes at the Sochi Olympics. The talks among U.S. and international Olympic officials come as Russia and their officials find themselves under increasing pressure over the new laws. Some important diplomats will not be attending the Olympic ceremonies because of the way Russia has conducted their new laws. This asks the question, should America even go to the Sochi Olympics?
Well, why shouldn't the Americans go to the Olympics?
There's a lot of concern with safety that the U.S. State Department has. So CBS News senior security contributor Michael Morrell, as former CIA deputy director, told CBS this morning that he would go and take his family, but said that these are the most dangerous Olympics he's seen in his lifetime. The danger is that the terrorist group that's threatening the Olympics is capable, dedicated, and determined, and has been around a long time. Morrell said that they've already conducted 2 recent attacks in Russia, and are saying they want to attack during the Games. Travel warnings have been issued by the State Department for tourists who are attending the Winter Olympics. Athletes and travelers are asked not to wear U.S. logos outside the Olympic events. Officials are saying that if you see something suspicious, report it to Olympic security immediately.
Alright, be sure to tune in to NBC, which will offer live coverage on TV and online for each sport. Thanks for coming on the show, you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Alright, our next guests are Cece Stock and Sophie Tomaso, and they'll be talking to us about spring fashion. Hey guys, what's up?
Hi.
Hey. Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, we're very excited to share what's hot in terms of fashion for this upcoming season.
Yes, the first trend that we're going to be discussing that's caught the eye of so many is the tomboy look.
Yes, many celebrities have been sporting overalls, oversized jackets, and big watches.
And this trend is expected to keep through spring, but you'll definitely see an addition of brighter, more springtime colors and also lighter weight fabrics.
Alright, well that's absolutely fantastic, but do you guys have any other, ways to dress like that?
Well, this look is particularly easy because you can just go to a store like J. Crew and really just buy a man's size sweatshirt or jacket or t-shirt to wear.
Okay.
And they make bigger watches now that will accommodate this look, so accessorize is a lot easier. Throw on a good pair of Converse and you're out the door.
Alright, there you go. And then do you have any more styles for us?
Yes, the next look that's very common is pinstripes.
So many tops and even bottoms, dresses have been seen using stripes.
And stripes can range from very small to thin and very thick and blocky.
Alright, so does it really matter which way the stripes go?
Well, yes and no. For pants, it definitely does. Vertical stripes look so much more flat under your leg than horizontal stripes do.
Yes.
Alright, and is that true for tops?
Well, tops, it can go either way. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's more of just a personal opinion. I prefer horizontal on top.
Okay.
And the last new craze that is extremely popular this year is floral prints.
Yes, so many stars have been seen wearing floral prints, but not just during the daytime, but also at night.
It was all over the red carpet this year.
Alright, and speaking of the red carpet, do you guys see any rising trends?
Well, first of all, let's talk about makeup. This year, so many celebs went for a more natural look. They had very soft toned lips, and their eyes were not as dramatic as usual.
Okay.
And even the dresses kind of matched that, not color-wise, but definitely styles were a lot more classic and very calm. Not as dramatic as we've seen in years past.
Alright, and speaking of fashion, I heard you guys actually got to sit down and do an interview.
Yes, Sophie sat down with our very own Village Jen senior, Brooke Lowery.
So Brooke has a new fashion blog called brooklynnstreet, and I got all the details.
Alright, let's take a look.
Well, thank you, Brooke, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on your fashion blog, Brooklyn Street.
Well, thank you. It's been so much fun.
And what a great opportunity this is for you. And I have to say, I have seen your blog, and I'm so impressed and completely obsessed with it.
Well, thank you. It's been a lot of work so far, but I think it's off to a good start.
So speaking of start, how did you get started with this blog? Like, have you always loved fashion? How did this come about?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always loved fashion since I was a little kid, and my parents would try and force me to dress into little outfits, and I never would because I always had my own style and identity that I wanted to get across. And then I think just as I've gotten older and my style's matured, and I've kind of found the type of look that I'm going for, that I thought it would be a fun opportunity to just start a blog.
It is very fun. And how often do we expect to see your posts on the blog? Is it weekly, monthly, daily?
Well, right now I'm really aiming to do about 3 posts a week.
Wow.
So it'll kind of like vary on what I'm doing at school, since I do go to Villa. There really aren't that many opportunities to dress up or anything, but
So I'm sure it takes a long time for you to get a post out.
it does. The outfits of the day aren't that like hard to do. It's just taking a picture and trying to find all of the clothes. But like my makeup video, getting ready with me,
Which
it
is
takes-
awesome, by the way.
Well, thank you.
You look great. She looked great at homecoming, because you didn't see it.
But it's fun. It's a lot of work to do and trying to get everything together, but when you get to see the end product and you get to hear people like you compliment it, like it makes it worth it.
And so how, like, I was looking at your blog and I'm wondering, how can I buy or purchase the stuff that I see on your blog?
Well, I know, like, I love looking at other people's fashion blogs, and that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from. And one of the most helpful things I find on those sites is when they have the products listed in the caption. So I always try to do that. And if I am wearing something particularly expensive, I'll always try and find something that's maybe not as pricey.
Oh, that's awesome, because most of the blogs are so expensive. I'm like, I can never afford this.
Exactly.
That's so great. It's supposed to be like a hard balance between school and work. But it's so cool that you get this opportunity.
It's a lot of fun. I'm very grateful.
Well, thank you for coming to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
And this has been Sophie Tomaso from Tower News Network. Back to you, Gabby.
To check out Brooklyn's blog, go to brooklynnstreet.weebly.com and
well,
also follow her on
You guys
Twitter,
actually got to sit down
Instagram,
and brush.
Tumblr,
Yes,
and
Brooke's very
YouTube.
talented, and make sure you check out her blog.
Yes, thank you so much for having us.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming on the show. Alright, now I'm joined with Cece Stock, who's going to be discussing healthy food options to get you ready for spring break. Hi, Cece.
Hi, Gabby. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Yes, well, I'm here today to talk about healthy food options about staying fit for spring break.
Awesome. Well, let's start with breakfast. What do you recommend?
I personally recommend egg whites, and you can have a side of fresh berries and a glass of almond milk.
See, that sounds so much better than my breakfast this morning.
I know, but to keep the healthy day going, a good option for lunch would be tuna.
Alright, I never thought of that, but what would you recommend for lunch?
Well, I would recommend Starkist Tuna. That's a great brand, and you could spice it up with adding just a splash of lemon and some celery for crunchiness.
Really? Celery?
Yes, it can makes your body think that it's a carb when really you're not eating them.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I never would have thought of that. That's pretty sneaky. So, what do you think about a snack?
Okay, for snacks, you could have Skinny Pop popcorn or almonds.
Okay. Well, you know, I've never really tried Skinny Pop popcorn. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never had it before.
Well, I actually brought some in with me. You can have some.
Oh, okay, sweet.
But with Skinny Pop, it's really low cal. It's only 35 calories per cup, so it's a great way to keep your healthy day going.
That's really good.
Yes.
And then, so what do you think about a dessert option?
Okay, for dessert, Special K made these great pastry crisps. And they are only 100 calories, and they come in really delicious flavors. Today I have cookies and cream.
Wow, I mean, that sounds really good.
It's good for a dessert, which is shocking with how low calorie it is.
Well, I'm really excited that you came on here and were talking to us all about ways to stay fit, even during spring break.
Oh, no problem.
All right, well, thank you so much, Cece. All right. This has been Gabby Menendez from Tower News Network. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.